Good morning, everyone. This is OG Devil Dog with episode 2 of our series of Career Mode in NASCAR Heat 5. Now, I've stated before, and don't tell me, I already know. The NASCAR servers for NASCAR Heat 5 went down in August, but we can still play this game without being online and playing on the servers. If you have a hard copy of this game, which I don't know if you can get a digital copy, but I know you can get the hard copy still. Man, you need to get this to have a little fun with it, have your own little career mode, and do your own little thing. Alright? This track that we are going into is Las Vegas. Okay, this is the second track of the truck series. And we are currently placed third in standings. Before we go any further, for those of you that are viewing my channel for the first time, please like and subscribe. If you're on a PC, bottom right hand corner is a white box. If you hover over that and click on subscribe, you can quick subscribe that way. Now at the bottom of the video there is a subscribe, and also if you go to my profile, look at my little picture, my little icon there, click on it and it takes you to my profile page on YouTube, and you can subscribe that way. If you'd like to make donations, check my description link. My Cash App is there to make donations to until I can start monetizing my channel. You can also go to my main page on YouTube and donate that way. The link is under my profile picture. Without further ado, we are going to Las Vegas for episode 2. Alright, season 1, week 3 of a brand new driver starting out. We are doing a complete episode series with this driver. So we're going to start him off in Xfinity like I stated before in episode 1, and we are going to work him up until we retire him. So some episodes you may have 1 race in, you may have 2, you may have 3. It depends on what OG Devil Dog decides to do. Right now we are going to Las Vegas. If you haven't already done so, you can bring up on your phone on a browser and look up car setups for NASCAR Heat 5. It'll bring you to a web page. It's got all the tracks on it. You click on one of the tracks and you can make your settings to your car for qualify and race based off of those settings. And these are the best settings that I have found so far. And so we are going to do that now. And this setup is by the setup man. He's got quite a few on here, so I highly recommend his setups. Let's go to custom race and let's set this. The top 3 are 3s and the 4th one is a 5. If you'd like to just follow along with me and write them down real quick, make you a little map of what they look like on each track, that'd be great too. 4, 6, 5, 6. So just write these down. Or follow along with me as I make my changes. 54.2, 51.5, 50.9. And we are running low in the front and the rear all the way down to 4. What I normally like to run anyway. Alright, let's go look at our suspension. We need 1200, 1200, 500, 600. So I'm going to max out the suspension here to 1200. Max that one. And 500 and 600. Alright, very good. Now let's go to the tire pressure settings. 2175, 52, 22, 51, 75. We're going to leave those alone. And we are going to go over to miscellaneous settings. Alright, this one's going up to a 3. That one's going down to a 2.3. 1500, 1150 on this one. So this setup is by the setup man. 12.75, 70, and 60. Alright, now we're going to 12 and 0.125. Now let's look at our gear ratio. Alright, this one's going to be lowered down to 2.5. 1.55. 1.05. And 3. Alright, let's save this. Save it a couple times, make sure it takes. Double check it. And everything took. So we're back out and we're going to qualify. Alright, let's start it over. 3335. 3, 3, 3, 5. And 4656. 4, 6, 5, 6. And we'll go down to the next one. 54.2. 51.5. 50.9. And we're going to drop these down to 4. Our spring settings are 1200 and 1200. So if you follow along with me and watch my entire video, you will see each track on every video that I do. It's 500 and 600. Car setup on each track. I'm going to change every single one of them. 2175 and 52. 22 and 51.75. Now we're going over to miscellaneous. Change that to 3. Drop that down to 2.3. 1500. 1150. 1275. 70 and 60. 12 and 0.125. Now we're going to the gear settings. Click on that, drop it down to 2.5, 1.55, 1.05, and finally 3. Alright, so let's go ahead and save this. And double check it, make sure it took. Alright, as long as you stay in the same career mode, your settings will go with you, whatever track you're on. So with the trucks, my settings will stay the same. Then I'll change them in Xfinity. They'll stay the same. And on the Nascar circuit, they will stay the same. Alright, we are ready to start practice. So let me take a drink of my handy dandy coffee here. That's good coffee. I couldn't ask for better coffee. Alright, let's do our practice.
Alright now,
I got the game volume kind of turned down because it was stuttering the last time I raced.
Car outside, hold your line.
So now we're going to get used to the track. Look at that devil dog in the back windshield. Check it out. D3VIL D4WG. How to find me on YouTube is OG space D3VIL D4WG.
Stay low, stay low.
Oops,
You got
trade
room,
paint
you're
with
clear.
him. He's probably gonna cuss me out. It's alright. Robbins Racing. Alright, let's go ahead and end the practice and return to the garage. We got the time we needed. We need 35.846 and we got 33.519 and got a $468 sponsor bonus for that. Alright, practice goal achieved. Congratulations, you beat your practice goal. And we're going to advance to the next session and get ready to qualify.
Let's go now.
35.911 is what we had to beat on the qualify. Alright, I was telling you about a little bit about the backstory of OG Devil Dog the driver. Alright, he grew up watching NASCAR, and he is an Intimidator fan, and the Intimidator in his eyes will always live forever. But Dale Sr. is one of the greatest drivers ever. People might not have liked him, but hey, you can always have some excitement when the Intimidator was on the track. Robbins Racing. And he didn't care. I tell you, he did not care if he got griped at or whatnot. He would straight up call you out and tell you, Robbins Racing, get over it. It was all about getting the win and doing what it took.
Let's see where we place.
33.482. Look at that, we got the pole. Alright, so OG Devil Dog is also a Broncos fan like I am in real life. And so the paint scheme on his truck is the orange and blue for the Broncos. Let's continue. We got the pole on that. Check it out. And one of the things I didn't like about NASCAR 5 was it only had preset custom paint jobs. You couldn't change things. Older game, NASCAR Thunder, man, I love that game back in the early 2000s. It had a custom paint job. And what I would like to see in a future NASCAR game is, yes, having your own team, but be able to hire other drivers. Okay? Just like you can join the teams here in this game, but in a future NASCAR game, if they make another one, is to be able to join other teams or have teams join you as you build your team up. There's so much that they just could add to this game to make it so much better. Have a new paint booth with different styles instead of the presets. Again, going back to being able to hire drivers off of other circuits or currently on whatever circuit you're on to join your team. There is so much that they could do. Like on the Madden games, under team management, you can do the concessions and all that and make money that way and set your prices for your merchandise. They could add stuff like that to this game and make it so much better. And another thing that they could do to make it better is go back to the Winston Cup rules instead of this these rules that they have now. And this is why NASCAR is going downhill and losing viewership because there is too many rules, too many regulations, and too many crybaby drivers. So, I mean, it is what it is, and it's the truth.
Coming to the green.
All right.
Ready. The green flag is in the air.
All right, we got the green flag, we got the pole, and we got 17 laps in this episode.
Still there.
Or, I'm sorry, not this episode, but this track. And this is at Las Vegas, using the setups from the Setup Man off of the NASCAR 5 Heat Car Setups site that has all the tracks that you can click on and adjust your truck settings, your Xfinity settings, and your NASCAR settings. Ooh, I drifted into the wall. And we get back straight here. Some other drivers like the steering wheel view. I prefer the chase view like this. It's just my preference. Alright, staying ahead of the pack. And this looks like it's going to be a real easy, smooth race. Almost drifted into the wall that time. It is what it is. Oh, I hit the wall. I drifted a little too much. Looks like I got one coming up behind me. Hope he can keep up. I'm all over this track. I'm surprised I don't have blue lights behind me. They'd pull me over for drinking and driving. Well, the only thing I'm driving under the influence of is my caffeine from my coffee. Well, for those of you that don't know, your boy OG Devil Dog is trying to lose a little weight, so I have been cutting out my Coca-Colas and my sodas, and I've been limiting myself to like one a day, tops two, and the rest of the time coffee.
You're clear there.
So I'm still getting my caffeine intake, but I've been cutting out a lot of my sugar, trying to do more steps, take things the longer way as I can, and I have back and hip issues where I can't walk long distances, but more steps throughout the house or whatnot. They add up. Instead of going to the restroom close to me, I'll go to the one on the other side of the house. That adds a few extra steps. Your boy's falling apart. That's all I can say, is I'm falling apart. But I've been watching what I eat.
Tower is called a caution.
Trying to eat more fruits and vegetables. I'm not pitting. Add more vegetables to my diet.
Coming to the green.
In smaller portions.
Be ready here. The green flag is in the air.
Alright. We had a caution, so I don't know what happened there. I was way up here in front of the pack with clean air, so I don't know what happened. But anyway, so one of the key things that have been helping me is I've been cutting out a lot of my carbohydrates. Not all of them, just a majority of them. You have to have your carbohydrates, alright? So I'm not recommending getting rid of your carbohydrates totally because your body needs that fuel. But I have been cutting back on my portions. And the past 2 weeks I have lost 10 pounds. So I'm pretty proud of myself. And I'm just kind of sticking to my diet, and eating not to where I'm overstuffed, but kind of limiting my intake of my foods to where, like I said, it's smaller portions and I'm full. And I've been drinking a lot more water too, so I mean that's kind of helped keeping me full. And so
5 laps to go.
there's all these diet plans and stuff out there. You could do them, you could try them. If you don't lose any weight and you just stick to the same portion sizes that you've been used to, you're not going to lose the weight. Alright? Move around. Eat smaller portion sizes. Add more vegetables to your diet. Because your body needs those minerals. And those vitamins. So that's what I've been up to, and that's how I've been losing my extra weight and working on my diet. So if you stay tuned to my videos, you never know what I'm going to talk about. I can talk about anything under the sun, and don't be surprised at what conversation we're going to have while we are doing these episodes. All right. I gotta stay off that wall. If you are just now joining my channel, feel free to like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate the subscriptions. And to remind you, if you subscribe to a content creator, you do not have to pay anything. There is no subscription fee or anything like that. But what that means, if you subscribe to a content creator, is that you like their videos, you like the content that they make, and being a subscriber, you actually get a notification when the creator made a new video or posted a new video before the non-subscribers do. So it's totally free to subscribe. Remember that. Totally free. So, with that said and with that in mind, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel, to my videos.
White flag, bring it home.
And if you would like to make donations, check out the description link. My Cash App is there. Ooh, get off the wall. My Cash App is there. And it's also under my profile picture on my main page of my YouTube.
You're clear there.
I had to avoid him. Now, if I would have went down in the skirt like that in real NASCAR, I would have got penalties for it. And possibly even a fine. I had to avoid that driver, and that was the safest way for me to go. All right, we started first, finished first. Let's skip the burnout and view the replay. Nothing exciting happened. I took the checkered flag. That was the highlight. A beautiful orange and blue. Five seconds ahead of the driver behind me. Look at that. Only 35,000. Only because I'm racing for somebody. All right. He's driving a Chevy Silverado. D3VIL D4WG Devil Dog. I got the fastest laps. Most laps led. All right. Let's finish the event and go to the next one. I think we'll do one more for this episode. And let's see where it is. Use flash. All right, compliment him. Compliment him. Compliment him. Oh, they're all saying great job. Oh, see, Johnny kind of cussed me out on my last race. In other words. All right, just complimented them all. All right, let's go to the next race. And we are at Atlanta. All right, Atlanta. So let's look up the Atlanta track on the car setup for NASCAR Heat 5. All right, there's Bristol. There's Auto Club. There's Hotlanta. All right, the truck one. This one again is created. This setup is by the setup man. Now there's other creators that have done different things, different setups that have been VetTix Camping World 200. All right. There's different creators on this page, so I will call them out as I see them. Put my handy dandy spectacles on so I can see. And let's go to car setup, custom race setup, and let's change the race. 4355. Now remember, you can follow along with me, or you can write them down, or you can look them up yourself. And looking them up on yourself is car setup for NASCAR 5 Heat. Alright, this one's all threes. 54.2, 50.2, 50, and lower these down to 4. Alright. Now we're going to spring settings. 1200, 1200, 500, 580. So 1200, 1200, 500, and 580. And let's look at our tire pressure. 2250, 2249. So 2250, 2249, that's right. And let's go over to our miscellaneous settings and look at those. Let's move this one up to a 4. A 3.2. A 15. 9. And 10.25, 79, and 60. Alright, 12 degrees, 0.125, we're going to leave those alone, and now we're going to gear settings. We are changing this down to 2.7, 1.8, 1.35, and 3.07. We're going to save it. Save it a couple times, make sure it takes. We're going to double check it real quick. Alright, now we are going down to qualify setup and start over. 4355, 4, 3, 5, and 5, and 3, 3, 3. All of those are 3s. Alright. 54.2, 50.2, 50, and drop these down to 4. 1200, 1200, 5, and 580. So we're going to max the springs out on the front. Make them a little harder on the back. 22.5, 22.5, 49. 22.5, 22.49, those are right, so we're going to leave those alone and go over here and bump this one up to 4. Alright, bump that to 3.2, going the wrong way. Drop that down to 15, drop that down to 9, drop that down to 10.25. 79. And 60. Back up. 12 degrees and 0.125. So now we are going down to the gear settings. Drop that down to 2.7. 1.8. 1.35 and 3.07. We're going to save them. Saved a couple times. Double check, make sure they took. Alright, they took too, so we are good to go. Awesome sauce. What can I say? Alright, this is your boy OG Devil Dog, and we are at in hot Atlanta. And that is one of my goals since I live near Atlanta, to go to a race in Atlanta. And I would also like to see my Broncos face off against the Falcons in Atlanta. That is on my bucket list, both of them. So let's go ahead and start practice real quick. Get a feel for the track. We need 33.837. Alright, let's see how we do.
Got one peeking outside. You're all
Come on, get off me. This is just a practice.
Car on the outside now. Careful, still there. All clear.
Oh, let's see how this race is going to go. If they're acting this way in the practice. It's alright. I'm only running 13% on these. I'm not running full races.
Still there. Clear high, clear high.
So I don't want to torture the viewers for 3 or 4 hours doing one race. Alright, I got it. So let's return to the garage. And my goal was 33.837. I got 32.47. Got a little bit of a sponsor bonus there. And let's go to qualify.
Time to go now.
Ultimate goal is 33.702. That is the minimum. And if we don't meet it, we start at the back of the pack. Well, we're going to try. We're definitely going to try.
All right now, just like practice, qualifying count. Here we go.
Let's see how we did. 32.410, third place. Alright, we didn't get the pole that time, but we are starting in third. Alright, this is going to be a fun race. Maybe. Maybe it's just going to be a quick one like the last one. Alright. Stories of the race. Number 7, orange and blue Broncos theme.
Almost ready. Hammer down. Still there. Still there.
And intimidate him a little bit.
Careful, still there. All clear.
Alright, we are up in first place. Now we have to keep it. I'm trying not to go high unless I absolutely have to. Trying to stay kind of low. Dominating, dominating, dominating. It's not far behind me. Alright. This is a smooth race. All because I adjusted my truck settings. I'm actually running on expert. Uh, all avoidance, stuff like that. Pretty much no driving aids. Just to make my truck go faster. I've got the yellow flag set to relaxed, so we don't get a flag every 5 seconds. As if it was strict like it is in NASCAR, you would be getting a flag every few minutes for something ridiculous. So I got the yellow flag set to relaxed, where only if 2 or more cars are involved in an accident, then we get a flag.
I need 10 solid laps. Concentrate.
Alright, we're not doing bad at all. We're up here in clean air. Uh-oh. Scrape the wall. Down on the skirt. If that had been real NASCAR, I would probably got a fine for being on the skirt like that. But I had to slow down and avoid spinning out. Alright, so what is everybody doing for Christmas Eve? It's Christmas Eve. Are y'all ready for Christmas tomorrow? I'm kind of excited. I can't believe it's already Christmas. So for those of you that are sticking through the video and watching the entire video, thank you for watching, thank you for viewing, thank you for building my views up. I greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed already, feel free to subscribe. I'm trying to build up my channel, and the more subscribers and views I have, the better that my channel becomes. Oh man, come on OG, quit talking. Stay off that wall. There's Mr. Harmon, our team owner. He's He's way back here in the back of the pack. Oh, come on. Seriously? He's not going to let me lapping? It's alright, I'll lapping. I'm making him money, so he should let me around him.
Careful, still there.
Dadgum. I think he's kind of jealous of the fact that he hired a good driver. I'm making his team money.
5 to go, this time by. Outside. You got room, you're clear there. Hold your line, stay high. Clear down low.
Go jet passing.
Careful, still there.
Well, I didn't want to hit the crybabies.
Outside.
Trying not to. Bumping.
Free, use it if you need it.
Get out of my way. Robin's racing, and I'm probably going to get some type of
Still there. Top 3, use it if you need it.
gripe about that. That's alright.
Alright, you're clear there.
Get out of the way.
Careful, still there. All clear.
So, thank you for watching my video and sticking with me. I create this content for you, the viewers. And I really enjoy the fact that you guys are taking the time to view my channel, watch my videos, and subscribe, and build up my channel. I am very thankful for that. Because without you viewers and without you subscribers, my channel will not grow. Right, check it out. We got one lap to go after we come through here.
Last, hit your mark. Got a car high now. You got room, you're clear there. You're all clear up top.
We started in third and we are going to finish in first. We didn't have to battle the pack to get to the top.
That professional work.
There we go. Won that race. Let's watch the replay and see how it went. You know you gotta watch the highlights. Alright, let's continue. I was like 11 seconds ahead of everybody. And I'm at 114 points in the standings. So right now I am currently in first place. Alright, OG Devil Dog is driving like the Intimidator. and just bowling through the competition. Got the fastest lap, and I'm pretty sure I got the most laps led, and I did. See what happened here. Brett Moffitt started 24th, finished 9th. Spencer Boyd started 7th, finished 24th. OG Devil Dog, first place. Now let's finish the event here. And get ready for the next event, and that will be in the next episode that we do that. Not going to make you sit for 2 or 3 hours watching multiple races. We're going to break them down into episodes. In each episode, you're going to see how this driver does from his beginning until he retires. Got a few more fans. Got my incentive contract completed. Look at that. An extra $14,000. Alright, let's compliment him. I have momentum going because of my wins. Now, finishing well in consecutive races builds momentum. This strengthens your team's confidence and improves their performance, giving your car a 10% speed boost. That means I'm going to go a little bit faster. Alright, that was race 2 and 3 in this episode. Here is race 4, and where we are going, let's see here. 2 top 30s, 2 top 25s, or 4 top 25s. Yes, I am going for the big one. Alright, we will be at Homestead, Miami, beginning of the next episode. So, this is OG Devil Dog. I thank you for liking, thank you for watching, thank you for just being with me and enjoying my conversations. If you haven't already, feel free to like and subscribe. The bottom right hand corner, there is a watermark that you can hover over with your mouse if you're on PC and click subscribe that way. Or you can find the subscribe button under the video or on my profile by clicking on my icon next to my name and going to my main page and clicking subscribe that way. If you're on that page and you would like to make donations, please click the Cash App there and make donations to my channel, or you can look in the description and make donations that way. So until next episode, this is OG Devil Dog. I appreciate you watching and joining me. And until episode 3, we will see you next time. Y'all be blessed. Merry Christmas, everyone. And take care.